नमस्कार, गुड इवनिंग सब लोगों को। मैं विनय पांडे एक बार फिर आपके सामने हूँ। जीना जेन नेक्स्ट फाउंडेशन की तरफ से आयोजित इस सायंकालीन कार्यक्रम में, जिसका शीर्षक है आज का टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर होम मेकर्स एंड सीनियर सिटीजन्स। मैं सबसे पहले तो जीना फैमिली का बहुत ही हार्दिक अभिनंदन और उनके लिए साधुवाद देना चाहता हूँ। अपने तरफ से हार्दिक धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ कि एक ऐसे विषय को उन्होंने आज चुना है जो मुझे व्यक्तिगत तौर पे तो रिलेट करता ही है, एक बहुत ही शुभ अवसर या शुभ दिन को रिलेट करता है। एज यू ऑल मस्ट बी ऑलरेडी अवेयर ऑफ इट, टुडे इज 15th September and it happens to be Engineers Day for India and one or two more Asian countries. We celebrate Engineers Day on 15th of September every year, and I am very delighted to learn that this particular program on this particular subject has been put up for this day on which we celebrate Engineers Day. Since it relates to technology and it relates to basically breaking the barriers, we have certain points with us to discuss with you relating to the technology for homemakers and senior citizens, and how do we take the advantages of present day electronic media, social media, and the technology at large. So first we will discuss the benefits of the modern technology, which is basically in the media. One of the most important advantages of social media today is connectivity. It can connect innumerable users from any place at any time. Through social media and its connectivity, the information can be shared across the world, and building relationships with each other also becomes very easy. As we say that the complete globe has been shrunk into our palms. You sit anywhere, be anywhere, whether you are on walk, you are on move, or you are in office, you are at home, you get connected to your near and dear ones wherever you want to. That is the benefit of the social media today. And the advantages of this technology is that people receive the latest news in a very shortest possible time. Distance does not make any barrier in distributing information, passing the information to people from any place on this earth. People get daily news and daily updates from media outlets, which keeps them updated on the current trends and happenings worldwide. This has been with us for quite some time, but in the recent past, it has had very fast development in the area of social media, especially. We all know that with the constants of our own, be it the age factor, the profession, our professions, or our roles in the society, we have certain constants in using this particular technology with our own intellect. If we talk about homemakers, the housewives, ladies who are at home, they have their own problems, their own constants, their own limitations. Similarly, senior citizens have their own limitations, their own shortcomings, and therefore the use of technology sometimes becomes difficult for them to adopt those things in that particular stage. So to break that barrier, what stops them? To break that barrier, we have to have certain points, certain thumb rules, which if we follow, we can break those mental barriers so that we can use the social media and present day technologies in a better way to facilitate ourselves. If you look at the mental barriers which often stops us from using these technologies, the first one which comes in our mind is we should remove our fear of failure. Sometimes we have our own fear that in case I fail, what happens? What will happen? In case I am not able to succeed in a particular practice, in a particular work, then how would it look like? So this kind of fear which we have, we must remove this fear if we want to adopt to the social media, to the present day technologies. Most people get stuck in life because of their fear of failure. What is so bad about failure is that we fear it so much. You need to understand that failure will not harm or kill you. It is there to show you what your mistakes are and teach you what you need to know. Throughout life, you go through hardships before you grasp the lesson. This is very common thing, very natural. You have hurdles in your life whenever you want to do something different, something great. There will be certain hurdles, there will be certain problems on the way. You have to overcome all that. Failure is a basic part of life. You need to fail because you can breed success. It's a kind of you know push for the success. It's not a barrier. There is no way of succeeding at anything without having failed at some point. Don't think of failure as something you can avoid, but as a teacher or ally who is there to show you the path to success. Once you have shifted your way of thinking, you will fear failure less. So this must be the first point in our mind, that we should not fear from our failures. We should take it in a very positive way. It, it is going to show us the way, show us the way. It tells us actually that these are the ways which we should have avoided. Those failures tell us that these are the ways which are not going to work. So take another way, take another path, and move on to success. Similarly, sometimes we are afraid of doing certain things, adopting certain things. That fear, that thing which we are afraid about, we should do it certainly. Whatever we feel that, how can I do that? Uh, I have a fear of doing that. Those things we must try to do. So we can say that we should do what we are afraid of. We are all afraid of something or the other. It could be a concept as broad as failure, or something smaller or more specific, like spiders or heights. Our levels of fear differ. If your fear starts to affect your life, however, you must find ways to get over it and at least reduce it to a more manageable level. Fears are always there. You always have some kind of phobia, some kind of afraidness. Those things we have to overcome. There could be therapy for that, but with our own experience, with our own intellect, we can get over that, and we can do the thing which we are afraid of doing. Then sometimes there are doubts in our minds, you know, of doing something, about doing something. We doubt ourselves. We doubt sometimes our own capability, our own efficiency, our own intellect. That doubt which we have in our minds, we should use it as a factor of motivation. We should not get demotivated with those doubts which we have in our minds about doing anything. So is the case with using technology. If we want to go into modern technology uses, whether we are a student, we are a homemaker, or we are in the group of senior citizens, we must use our doubts as our motivating factor in a way, so that the same doubt goes as positive to motivate us to do those things which we actually want to. Having a little bit of doubt can be useful in some cases. Doubts are an indication that you are pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Being innovative involves going beyond what is expected or the norm. When you go beyond your limits, you start to discover something new about yourself and what is around you. Doubts help us to anticipate and see possibilities. It will encourage you to explore and dig deeper. Great innovators see what has already been done and enhance it or use it as an inspiration to create something totally new. They go past their personal doubts to achieve great things. So, doubts can be taken in a very positive way. It should be taken in a very uh, optimistic way so that same doubts can be utilized to motivate ourselves to go for technologies. Then the point comes, check your reality. How we perceive the world is not always accurate. It depends. The same thing can be perceived in different way by persons more than one. So the way we see things, the way we perceive the things will not be always accurate. Sometimes what we perceive may be wrong. Sometimes what we perceive may be extraordinary. People make assumptions of what others think of them. We sometimes let these assumptions control the way we think and behave. What is worse is that in most cases, these assumptions are false. They are untrue. You need to realign your perception to what the world really thinks. Confirmation is one way to do it. Do you think that your work is not good at all? Find an objective individual who can tell you the truth and show you how you can improve upon. Whether it is for writing, business, or a different facet of life, you can get a mentor or a personal coach who can tell you what you are and what you can do. It is very helpful sometimes to get a mentor for you, to get a coach or a guide for you, because sometimes we do not know our own capabilities. We don't know our realities. Sometimes we think that we can't do this or I can do this, but reality is something different. So a third person, if he comes in and uh, if he assesses you, if he really finds your capabilities and tells you that okay, you can do this, it becomes very handy for you. A mentor or coach can guide you in areas you need assistance with and help you improve. So these are the points which come very handy in overcoming those mental barriers when we want to go beyond our reach for use of technology in the modern times. Now we come to the main focus on the topic, which says technology for homemakers and senior citizens. Let's deal with homemakers first. As we all know, homemakers, especially in our country, India, are very confined. They have very limited resources, very limited exposure and exploration. In that scenario, use of technology becomes very, very handy for them. If you recollect the times which have passed, there was a time when even fire was borrowed from other houses, other homes. In villages, ladies used to get fire borrowed from other houses where the fire was already done. They didn't have matchboxes. They didn't have way to create fire once again for cooking, in the evening. That was the time. Now, if you just, compare those times and today's scenario, it's a huge difference you find there because now the technology has taken over the kitchen, the homes, the families, the society. Every year, everywhere you find a lot of assistance through technology to the homemakers. Now the ladies at home can not only learn for new techniques or learn new arts and crafts and other things to develop themselves, to improve themselves. They can get assistance, they can get guidance, and they can get support from the technology to do their day-to-day course. They have a lot of technological help in the form of social media today. From the social media, they can get the most of the supports what in the earlier times was supposed to be a dream. It was not even thought of that it would happen like this in the future. Today, all the automations, all sort of scientific instruments, the appliances, electrical or electronic, are available. And interestingly, they have gone even cheaper. Cost wise, also, they are very effective. I mean, most of the people can afford it in the present times. So, by using technology, the homemakers can improve their normal life and they can have ease in their normal day to day life. Uh, to encourage the use of technology by the homemakers, by the ladies back at home, we should encourage them, we should tell them that what is new in the present time, what is upcoming technology, how it can be improved, how it can be upgraded. If they already have a kind of technology with them, apparatus with them, or an appliance with them, we can always tell them about the upgrade versions. Similarly, in the case of social media, if they are using certain kinds of platforms, we can always upgrade them, we can educate them to go on and on. Similarly, if we talk about senior citizens, sometimes it becomes very difficult to have pace with the present times technology for the senior citizens, since they are not having much exposure about the present day technologies. Sometimes they have the fear or they have their own doubts as to how to go about it. There is nothing to worry about, because nowadays the technology has become so user friendly. I am very delighted to use this two words, user friendly, because user friendliness can be uh, in the best possible way seen in the present day technologies, especially computer technologies. We used to just hear this word user friendly, but the best example can be the computers what we have today, the mobile sets what we have today. I mean, those who do not know how to read the instructions, how to decode the written instructions, even they can use these technologies just by the way of seeing it or reading it on the screen. That is the kind of easiness it has given to the users. Similarly, for senior citizens, those who are not used to this kind of technology, they should refer to the instructions. They should consult their youngsters or the experts, whatever is available to them, whoever is available to them, and they can easily get rid of this kind of hurdles. Recently, we have been trying on our Gina platform to use social media, especially with the help of senior citizens, with the elder person, and we have had a very fine result out of it. Many of us, even I also come in the same category. Many of us have learned how to cope with these latest technologies and how to make best out of it. Personally, I have also enriched myself, and the whole credit goes to Zena World, because otherwise, though I was using modern technologies to some extent, but today I find myself even more enriched in the field of social media, in the field of connectivity, in the field of Zoom meeting, etc., etc. So these are some of the things which we wanted to discuss in this particular session about the use of technology by the homemakers and senior citizens. We had some hands-on experiences also in the past, and in the days to come also, we are likely to have certain demo shows or instructional shows in which senior citizens or elder persons or whoever desires to learn as to how to use social media, how to upload certain things on the platforms, those things will be taken up in the days to come. Rajiv sir.
Thank you, Professor Vinay Pandey. It was, I think, a very good, if I may use the word,
Most.
curtain raiser kind of a thing. And
Yes.
if I do find a very, very enthusiastic and a willing participant available who is a living example, uh, I'm hopeful still that we will have a very powerful homemaker who may log in shortly from now. At least to begin with, we have a wonderful senior citizen in front of us, and let us hear from him three things, and then let us explore, depending upon his willingness. Would he want to perform live demo on stage, or would he shy away from there? But going by his nature as a senior citizen, I think senior citizens are very powerful on that thought that if they have learned something, they do not want to run away from the stage, and they want to take the center stage. So it's basically, I'm nudging him, I'm trying to provoke him that he has been very recently trained on something which I would not use the word he had mental block, but I would use the word he never felt the necessity, or he never realized that what is the need in his day-to-day life. But then, being amongst us, we made him realize it's not only important for him, but we are selfish people in our family. So he learning that technology, how it would help Zana family in the entirety. So that selfish part was getting covered. Now, I would call upon Ashok Bhaiya to speak on three things. First, before he plunged into taking on the challenge of being a senior citizen, what kind of a mental block you had? Question number one. Question number two, what made you plunge into taking this difficult challenge? That is question number two. Question number three, when you actually were going through the training hands-on session, how many times during that session you wanted to backtrack and run away? Or what is it that kept you on with that zeal that I will accomplish, I will complete it? So these are three specific questions. Upon your three answers, then, as I have already opened up this session, I mean this discussion by saying, stage is set for you. Would you want to go on the stage and perform, or would you want to sit on the audience chair and just watch whoever is performing? That will take in the second part. First part, these three questions. If you can recollect the three questions, please go ahead.
Can you please rephrase the first question?
I think Professor Vinay Pandey, because he's a very sharp listener, so he can help me out on that. He
You can
wants
yourself repeat, sir.
no. He wants the first question to be rephrased.
To
So
understand easily.
the first question basically was, what kind of a mental block you had?
Okay. Okay. Hello. Namaskar. Good evening. My name is Ashok Bakshi, and I am grateful to Zena family. I am also grateful to Shri Rajiv Anandji to give me this opportunity. And about e-learning, about learning through the distance about the technology. I had I don't know, I should say have or had a mental block to try out my hand on any information technology part. And I always thought, oh, it's a Hawa. I would rather get it done from the children or somebody else, and I would never try my hand on it. And the other thing is to get the opportunity, which people do not find every now and then. Of course, it is there. One can also look for the opportunity and you find it. But I did not get chance to come across in such a way. And but here I got chance to come across to learn how to work on it, how to upload the videos and things like that. And so I started learning it. Mental block was there, but again, people are different type of people. I am the type, if given opportunity, I like to learn. I will try my best. I'll try to learn. And I might be confused at some points, but with the constant guidance of Professor Vinay Pandey ji, Rajiv ji, I kept on learning. And the rest is, it's a matter of practice, I think, to continue and then do like that. So that is it. I would like to, say about this.
Okay, I think you have deliberately avoided using the word, which I want you to tell us, because that is a very interesting aspect, which is, okay, fair enough. You have said, why did you plunge? Which is basically, you by nature, you're a person who likes, if given an opportunity, you like to take on new challenges. Great. That's a very nice trait in you. But there was a question thereafter I had asked you, that when you were in the process of learning and you were learning something new,
Yeah.
how many times did you feel that let me backtrack, let me run away, not my cup of tea?
I would say I got confused at certain point. I was at the crossroad, but I did not thought of backtracking. So it was like a load on my mind, and until I got all these points cleared up, and I was shown the path to go ahead, and I would put it that way. And
So
backtrack.
I think it very nicely connects. Now we are having this live discussion and we are having impromptu discussion. I think it very nicely justifies to what just couple of minutes back Professor Pandey was mentioning all about various aspects, and what you just now have said, somewhere it is justifying what he has said. So I think it was a very right approach that you took. That is why you could reach where you have reached. So that much of part one, I think you score 100 out of 100. No issues over there. And I think as a teacher, Professor Vinay Pandey should be promoted from head of department to dean, or whatever, whichever way it works. And you as a student in the convocation can be given that black dress and the hat.
Distinction,
Yes,
distinction.
That part is over.
learning
Now
is a lifelong process.
yeah, fine. We are now talking about today's topic of technology and how it helps senior citizens and homemakers. So as again, I would say that I'm still waiting for the homemaker to log in, but in you, we have a senior citizen. Now let's come to the second part. Now this is your discretion. You may again back out, or you can take it forward. Which is, the stage is set.
Mhm.
You're a trained man.
Uh, I'm still learning. I mean, I
Once again,
cannot.
once again, you still have your teacher in
Yeah.
front of you. He will never let you fail. Be rest assured. A teacher never lets or wants his student to fail. But he also wants that, having given the training, let the student appear in the exam.
Yeah. True.
Okay. Now
Yes,
that
true.
appear in the exam is what I am using is equivalent to, would you like to go on the stage and perform?
Yes, I would like
You
to
should.
continue learning
Okay.
further.
Okay. No, not learning further.
Yeah.
Whatever extent you have learned,
Hmm.
for the benefit of all our listeners
Mhm.
and tomorrow viewers of this video,
Mhm.
can you take us through the steps of downloading cloud recording and uploading on YouTube? Wherever you get stuck, I'm
Mhm.
assuring you, wherever, whichever step you are getting stuck, your
Yes, I'm
teacher
there.
is in front of you.
I'm there.
Mhm.
I'm always there.
You just, with cool mind, you just sit in this exam.
Mhm. Uh, what I remember offhand was when I was given a link on my WhatsApp. I had opened my WhatsApp on my laptop.
Ashok Bhaiya, can I interject?
Yeah.
Because you have already learned, I would say. So naturally, your pace of speaking will be fast.
Mhm.
But for the benefit of the listeners,
Mhm.
just keep one thing in mind. Your
Mhm.
listeners are first time homemakers, first time senior citizens who are listening to you. So
Mhm.
your pace of speech should be slow,
Mhm.
as if you are a trainer now.
Wonderful.
Uh, I cannot say the trainer. I would still say the learner. I'm still, but I find it easy because Professor Pandey had patience with me, and I kept on asking questions to him, and he kept on guiding me. So that's how I could do it. And the moment I was sent the link of the video on my WhatsApp, I had opened the WhatsApp on my laptop and opened the link and got it downloaded, and then in the it was downloading, and which takes generally some time. So in between, Professor Pandey asked me to upload the other details of the video, like its title, its it's a heading, and which all should cover within 100 words. And so we crop left and right a bit to fit into this 100 words detail. And then the thumbnail poster was also uploaded on it. And after some time, when the file, MP4 file, which was downloading into two parts, was uploaded, and it was done. When it was done, I found it very elated, very happy. And I
Yes.
thank Professor Pandey for guiding me through. And but I have to do still. I mean, anybody can learn, I would say, and practice and can excel in it. So
Okay.
there's no hawa, there's no hawa in it.
I think what you have helped me. Uh, Now I'll tell you the reason why I deliberately had asked you
Mhm.
was basically just before this show was to take place.
Mhm.
Professor Pandey sent me a message by saying
Mhm.
we can keep today's show for the purpose of talk,
Mhm.
but can we avoid hands-on, because it really doesn't make much of sense.
Mhm.
Now, we have done talk, but in you, we have taken hands-on explanation,
Mhm.
and where you have missed, because yes, whatever you said, there are fill in the blanks. There are certain areas where you have missed certain things. So where you have missed, what you have missed, now to let's hand it over to Professor Vinay Pandey. He will take us through in the perfected step by step so that
Okay.
his version can actually be in toto followed by our listeners.
Okay. Good.
So let me start with the beginning. First of all, whenever we have a Zoom meeting, it gets recorded on the Zoom. That is what we call cloud. That means it goes on to cloud memory, and it remains there in the form of a recorded video. So what we generally do is from the Zoom recordings list, we copy that link of particular video and share on WhatsApp to the person who is designated for uploading this video on YouTube. So same was the case. The downloaded link was shared to Mr. Ashok Bakshi on WhatsApp, which he said that he opened that particular link, the hyperlink. So that is the first step we have to do. We have to receive the video link on WhatsApp and open that hyperlink so that the video comes in a play mode. We can play the video and see for some time so that we are sure enough that this is the one which we are going to upload. Sometimes what happens is the videos on the same date are more than one. So in case you get a link on your WhatsApp and you don't physically watch that particular video for yourself, then it may be a case that that video is not the one which is supposed to be uploaded. So to make sure yourself, you must watch the video for a few minutes and you get ready that okay, this is the video which you have to upload. Now once you have played that video for some time, you got to download that video in your system, in your device, in your laptop. So on the right top corner, you will find a button in the name of download, and under bracket it will be written two files. So those two files actually refer to audio and video files. We have to just press download there, and the file starts downloading. You can see the progress at the bottom task line. We are basically interested in the MP4 video file, not in the audio file. So one of the files, which is the video one, is of our concern, of our use. When it gets downloaded, it goes into your downloads folder in your system, in your device. So let that be there. Then we have, as you know, thumbnails for our videos. For each of our videos, we use thumbnails, which gives the normal basic description of the video when it opens. So these thumbnails are actually an image which are shared on WhatsApp. That image also you have to download and save in your device, in your laptop, and keep ready for uploading on YouTube. So two files are now ready with you. One is MP4 video file, and the other one is an image file. Then the third thing is the title of that particular show. The title is also shared on WhatsApp. You have to copy that title from your WhatsApp receipt and keep somewhere ready, maybe in a Word file or directly from the WhatsApp. You can copy and paste on YouTube whenever required. So this is the third thing, third input. The fourth is the description. Description, if you get separately, well and good. Otherwise, the title what you have just copied can be modified to be the description, as Mr. Ashok Bakshi was explaining, that it has to be trimmed accordingly so that the name of show only remains there and the description of the show remains there. The name of organization, date, etc. are trimmed, and then it becomes the description to be uploaded. So now you have 4 items with you. One is MP4 video file, the other one is image file in your downloads. These two are available, and you have title with you, you have description text with you. Now you go to YouTube, log in your YouTube with your own email ID of Aspire to Inspire, and go to YouTube Studio. For that, you have to click the icon, Aspire to Inspire icon at the right hand top. Once you click, you get a drop down list there. And out of that list, I believe the second is YouTube Studio. Just click YouTube Studio and you switch over to the studio image, studio page. Once you come to YouTube Studio page, you can find that again on the right top, there is a upward arrow there. There is nothing written there, but it shows the indication of upload, an arrow showing upward. And there is a red button there. So that is the button which you have to use for uploading your video on YouTube channel. Once you press that button, it opens a browsing window which says that you can select files from your system, from your device to be uploaded. There is a blue button there, select files. Press that button and you will be having a browsing window which generally takes you to download. But if it is not taking directly to download, you go to download, select downloads, and see that your 2 files are there. One is of MP4, one is of image. So firstly, you have to select the MP4 video file, because the first thing what you have to upload is the video file. Until unless you select this file and upload on YouTube, you won't get access to use your thumbnail, the title, or the description, because these 3 things follow the upload of video file. So the first thing is you have to select MP4 from your browsing window, and the moment you select that particular file and click OK, it gets uploaded on the, it starts uploading on the YouTube. You can see the progress there and it goes on. Once it started uploading the video, then you will find on your left side on the YouTube page, there is a place for title, writing title. It automatically gets highlighted in blue so that you can just click paste there, or you can type there if you want. In our case, we don't have to type. We can paste after copying it from the WhatsApp. As I said, you can copy from WhatsApp and directly go there on that blue highlighted place and click right and click paste. It gets pasted there. Now there is a check there. It says that it should not have more than 100 characters in it. The moment it exceeds 100, it shows you a kind of caution there, a message there. It tells in red color that it is 110 words or more than 100 words, whatever may be the figure. So you have to reduce to 100 words there. So trim that particular title wherever required with your own wisdom, with consultation with Mr. Rajiv Anand, and make a title of 100 words or less, and then you are ready with the title. Same way, paste once again the same text in the description field, which is just below the title. After you paste there, you will get the whole thing typed there, pasted there. So again, you have to trim those unwanted things from there, and only the description of video should remain there. You can trim the name of organization, the date, etc. Maybe the topic will remain, of course. The show's name can be trimmed. So then your description is ready. Now comes the thumbnail. Thumbnail image is there with you in your downloads file. There is a place on YouTube just below the description to upload thumbnail. There is an icon there and there is an upward arrow. If you press that, you will again be directed to browse a file from your device. So take that file of image which you have downloaded from WhatsApp and then click OK. It goes on to upload for the thumbnail. So by the side of the main video, you will see the 2-3 images of initial images of your video along with the thumbnail. So now you're sure enough that my thumbnail is uploaded, my video is almost uploaded because it takes time. Your description is ready, your title is done up. So these 4 things are done. Then you can select next button on that YouTube page. Once you select next button, you will get certain selections there, out of which one is very important. That is, it says, is this video for kids or it is not for kids? So there we have to select it is not for kids, because if you select for kids, then many formalities will be there relating to copyright and other things and security. So we have to select there not for kids, then go to the next. Next page will not have any kind of selection to be done by ourselves. So you have to press once more next button. Once you press this next button this time, you will get an indication whether you want to make it public or private. The video which you want to upload, it should be made private or public. So there we have to select public. Once you select public, the moment you select public, the next button which was already there, it changes to publish. That blue button becomes publish button. So now you are ready. You can see on the top line your title. You can see the video, video starting. You can see your thumbnail. If you have any doubt, you can always press back button many times, more than once, and go on to your previous pages to get assured that okay, everything is fine. If you have any doubt, otherwise you can now press the publish button. Once you set this publish button on, it goes on the YouTube channel. It gets published for the public. So this was the whole story, all steps. As possible, I could try to cover up all the small points without losing any of them. I hope now these things will be clear to all of you. If you have any doubts or any points missing in between or anything to be repeated or to be explained, you can always come up. It will be welcome.
Thank you, Professor Vinay Pandey. You explained very nicely and very clearly in the easy language, and I could also learn more. And
I have shared on WhatsApp also these scripts. I have written down and shared with Ashok sir, and he was very happy about it.
Yeah.
All these stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Ji. Thank you once again. And
has Shivani ma'am joined? No.
No, unfortunately, I'll. Do you have her number?
Yes, I'll be having, but I'll have
Just
to
check out.
disturb this.
Just check out because she was out. So
No,
even
but
if
then
she has returned,
I have to get out of this meeting now.
no issues. You can go out because I have
Or we
taken.
can, wind up this particular show.
Just if she is available, I just would wish that if we
At
can
least one
have
homemaker.
a representation of homemaker.
Yes.
Otherwise, there is no hard and fast rule.
I'll just try.
So, Ashok Bhaiya,
Hanji.
This particular recording,
Hanji.
which pertains to a senior citizen willingly have taken the challenge, learned new things.
Hmm.
Why don't you do the uploading of this video?
Mhm. True. Good.
Do it. Do it wherever you get stuck. As I said,
Mhm.
whichever step you get stuck,
Yeah. Yeah.
instantly reach out to your teacher. He will be there to tell you.
Mhm.
But again, mentally, are you prepared to take on the challenge that this video you will upload?
No, I think she's not
Yes, I have
speaking.
to do a couple of steps myself, and then I can come on board.
Yes, once you upload one or two videos, it will be so
Yeah,
easy for you.
and I'll feel confident. Yeah.
Yes, you'll feel confident, sir.
No, I told him, Vinay bhai,
Hmm.
that what better
Hmm.
than starting with this video upload.
Yes,
And
why not?
whichever step, wherever he is getting stuck, he can go back to you.
Oh yes, always.
Yes, I'll go through it again. True. Stepwise.
Hmm.
I can also myself learn more the way Professor
Yeah,
Pandey has
Vinay
given.
bhai, good news, bad news.
No, she's not speaking. There is no ring at all. Call ends.
It is not ringing.
No, not ringing at all.
Oh, suddenly your voice has dropped.
I was getting connected with her, but the call ends, just like that.
Then even now your voice is absolutely dropped.
So now also, what's up? आपको ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Hello. Now?
Now it is okay.
Okay, so we couldn't get her
Again,
online.
again, 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 your voice is gone.
Hello. Hello. So,
सिर्फ बीच में
hello.
आया था
Hello.
सिर्फ बीच में आया था उसके बाद फिर गायब हो गया
Hello. Hello. I don't know. Hello.
या
Hello.
या नाउ इट इज ओके
ओके. फोन कॉल लेने से तो नहीं हो गया.
नहीं फिर आपको ड्रॉप किया गया एनीवेज आप as usual we will request Ashok bhaiya to give in his unique style the vote of thanks and declare closure of today's show.
Okay.
Ashok bhaiya, back to you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Professor Vinay Pandey ji, for taking out time from your busy schedule and made out this very knowledgeable video for the senior citizen and to learn easily how to upload videos on the YouTube, and which I have also learned, and very good steps. I'll go through again with all the steps you have shown here in the video, and to learn more and in a better way. Thanks once again to Zena family also for giving us this opportunity to learn through your organization. Thank you to Shri Rajiva Anandji for making it possible. And with this, we come to an end of this program, and we'll get back to you again with some more other topics and other programs on Zena family. Thank you. Namaskar. Good night.